I feel decently good. As usual, I'm staying humble, but I feel confident. We're gonna do good today. Nice. Nice. We take that. One mistake, one blunder, one miss. I'm going to take that. That's 15 points in the bank. Or 12 points. I don't know what this little thing is. My little silver badge, but whatever. New 10 minutes, 1-0. Alright, think. Is there anything else we can do? We move here, he goes boom, boom. I feel like I'm headed for a loss.
Mr. Anderson.
Run, Neo, run. What is he doing?
He's beginning to believe.
I can block. Oh, I can block. I could just take the queen. Nice, 2-0. Starting 0-2 with the Caro again. We're not going to go 0-2 with the bird. We're going to get 2 bird wins right now. Watch this. I do have to remember also 10 seconds per move. I feel like the first 3 moves with the bird are... I'm not going to get in trouble. But in general, take my time. I feel like we're getting free wins, but we're taking free wins. I'm feeling the pressure, folks. I am feeling the pressure. This is history in the making. We finally did it, folks. We finally did it. 4-0. 4-0.
You are without a doubt one of the finest duelists I've seen. You're in my top 5.
Nice. How do you think you did?
Fantastic. 4-0, baby.
Yeah.
We did it.
Nice.
There was my opponents just blundered and I caught them.
Nice.
So I didn't blunder and they blundered.
Yeah, that's how it works. You're gonna be able to ride that those tactical scales up to the heights of 1400 probably.
I think I gained 40 something points today.
Nice. That means we only need like 8 more weeks.
Yeah.
If you just win every single game from now on.
I think I will. At this rate, I should win every single it's just mathematical. You just extrapolate from the data.
Yeah, you can assume it's linear. You'll
Yeah.
be world champion by next year.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Because the other games didn't count. So really, this is my first 4 games, and I won 100% of games.
We count these games that we do well in. We don't count the others.
You don't count games that you don't play in February.
That's how it works. Yeah, man, you're doing well though. This is good. I'm gonna yeah, I think it's only going to go up. Like, okay, of course we're joking about it being linear, but like you are still making mistakes, of course, but the thing is your mistakes are on such a higher level. Your mistakes are in another universe than the mistakes that other people are making. So knight f3, you played Abednego.
Yes.
You know that guy?
I think I know him from when I worked at the supermarket.
Nice.
Me and him chopped meat.
He's the guy who would always order the pickles.
That's right.
Nice. Bishop e5, good. Here, nice. a6, you chop, good. It's good when you chop just to play knight e5 immediately.
Okay.
If they take with the bishop.
Yeah.
Because you want to get that. You want to. A lot of people are not going to realize that you're still threatening to wreck their structure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. d3 is good though. Here, nice. e4 is honestly fine, but knight e5 a little better. I saw the way the game turned out later. I think I was looking at the beginning of this game, and yeah, like you got a good structure with this pawn here, but that would be even better if you just had it with their bishop already bad, right? Like look at this position, right? If there's no bishop pointing through here,
that was scary. That bishop, they were like I felt like I wasn't like losing or anything like immediately, but it was very tense because my king could very easily become exposed.
Yeah, tense is a perfect word for that. Yeah, there pretty much should never be a bishop looking down this.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you look at all my bird games, we always make sure to get rid of it. Like don't if you make the exchange there and that bishop is on that diagonal, make sure to get rid of it first.
Yeah.
Like if they had taken with the pawn, if we go back here, then ignore it by all means. It's not going to be peering out at anything, but with the bishop here, it's very different. Okay. Let me just lower this a bit, just so that it's a little less. I don't think it's going to be a bit really affecting.
Yeah, it's fine.
So takes here, knight c4, perfect, dude. You're playing this masterfully. Here, man, I think you had this. Look at this, queen c8, and you trap the queen.
Dang, that would have been nice.
Yeah.
But I'm not surprised I didn't see that. That is very nice though.
Yeah.
It's not like unfindable. It's doable, but that is,
Yeah.
I'm always focused on just don't lose anything, which is a problem, but
No, it's okay. I mean, it got you your 40 points.
that's right.
It got you that 40 piece.
That's right.
You walked into the supermarket, you asked them for a 40 piece, they came out, they gave you it.
Give me my nuggies.
All right, he could technically run away this way. I don't think he's playing that though. I would bet 90% of people are going to play queen back here and get their queen bamboozled. Anyway, so queen c7, e5. Yeah, e5 is very hit or miss here. Now, if the bishop were there and the pawn were here, that would be great.
Mm-hmm.
But here, you're really strengthening the bishop. You are really hurting these pieces, though. So otherwise, it's good. Knight d5, knight d2, good. Dude, you're not dropping anything. This pawn is weak. You could also defend it this way, but then that does weaken your light squares more.
Yeah, that seemed too scary. I considered that, and it just seemed like that white diagonal was so bad.
Yeah, this was the moment I wanted to like correct a bit. Here in this position, when you push e5, half of the fun is the fact that you get the square for your knight. Just put the knight there, and then your queen is defending it. You play c3, that bishop is really suffering, and now the knight has access to the prime real estate on d3. He played knight c2 though. He botched it. You picked up the knight. Nice. This is a one game. I'm not sure about what was the point of queen e1.
I wanted to clear the white diagonal, so I was afraid that there was some way he could trap the knight, so I wanted to keep defending the things, but get my knight away from the bishop.
I think you're just making a story for yourself, right? The knight is completely stable. The only way they could even attack it is by putting the pawn there, but how would that ever mechanically even work?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Also, if you don't like this pin, just kick the bishop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, apart from a4, I think you have many better moves than queen e1. Like, the thing is at the end of the day, queen e1 doesn't blunder anything. It's still better to correct mistakes, though. So, what do you think would be better?
Knight e4?
Yeah, knight e4 is good. You could also cover the square with rook f3. They might want to invade here. Knight e4 is perfect, though. With knight e4, your rook is going to come out and start fighting. Your knights are perfect here, right? Once you deal with this pin, like, kick them out, move their bishop back, and then just dig your knight into that square.
Yeah.
They're going to take once, and then you're going to take again. You know what they call that? Like let's say this type of position. You know what they call this?
What do they call it?
You got to guess.
The double ice cream scoop Mega Monday.
No, they call it a knight in paradise.
Nice. That was my second guess.
Nice. You got close. Queen c1 takes, perfect. Yeah, you do not want to get the doubled pawns. Then you've been bamboozled with these ugly guys. Never get the doubled C pawns. Takes here. Rook F3. Good. Oh, actually, dude, this is a big blunder because now they can trade the queens.
Yeah, isn't that what they do? Yeah, that's what they do. Yeah.
You are still better actually, but yeah, just protect it a different way. You need to kick the queen out another way. You could play Rook D2. You could also even just put the knight here. Yeah, remember after Rook F3, whenever you're meeting one of their threats with a counter threat, you need to make sure that they cannot escape the counter threat with a tempo, and they can do it here.
Yep.
So that's the whole problem. You should have played Rook F1. At least then now they would need to find a good move. They would need to trade.
Yeah.
They would trade the queens, it would still be the same. Okay, honestly, the blunder is bad, but I am impressed that you were still able to win this game. What?
Yeah.
Oh my! I thought I was about to see like a strategic squeeze. Like you barely, because you're up a pawn here, but it's almost useless because you have a double pawn for.
That's what he thought. I'll just take the free pawn. Oh wait.
Nice.
We take those.
Yeah, dude, that's fantastic.
I lost many of my points to me doing things such as that, so I show no mercy to my opponents.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
That's perfect. That's great. What an end. What a finish.
It was a good game up until that point.
Beautiful. Okay, so F4, D5, Knight F3, E6, B3, good. Perfect, man. You've mastered the bird. Queen. Okay, well, Queen E2. Actually, I'm not. Everyone loves playing this system against you. I've never seen this at GM level. Like this
It
Bishop
comes
F5.
up weirdly often.
This Bishop F5, Bishop D6 stuff. We're gonna have to look at this in more detail because I can't even remember what we're supposed to do here. I'm very confused, honestly.
I think my plan is not bad because then you're aiming for the fork.
Queen E2 is honestly fine. Queen E2 is completely fine here. I would assume probably D3 first.
Yeah.
You gotta learn this. Like what do you say you're learn? Oh, you want to go for the fork.
Yeah.
Nice, dude. Honestly, yeah, Queen E2 is completely fine. Like really, like this. I'm not sure what the best move is here. There's a good chance this might not be the very best, but so long as you're playing decent moves like you're doing now and just not blundering, you're gonna win all these games. Like we'll deal with the. Honestly, I don't think in the course of the series you're ever gonna need to play the bird perfectly.
Yeah.
You're just gonna need to play it well and understand the ideas. I would bet that Queen E2 is definitely okay. You are blundering this pawn though.
I see that now.
But well, the thing is it's very hit or miss though because the thing you go here. They need to get their bishop out. Mm-hmm. They might not realize it. If they play knight here, then you play this, and all of a sudden the bishop is trapped. Mm-hmm. Maybe they could play knight b4? No, they're still losing. You play queen d2, you're defending this, and you're just going to play knight d4 and hunt the bishop down. Bishops that do not have diagonals to retreat on are extremely vulnerable, and this only increases the farther they get down the board.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that is all solved if I just play d3 first.
Yeah. By the way, though, I mean, there are tons of positions, though. I'm thinking about the course. There are tons of positions where the knight is already here, and you don't even need to worry about this pawn, because if they take, then you play d3, and...
Yeah, I see it.
You're just doing great. Nice. You play d3 there, knight d2. Dude, perfect. Perfect.
We're going for it.
Amazing! This is so beautiful, just to see you're smoking these guys. Takes. Queen f4. Queen c4, perfect.
This is another ending that's a little anticlimactic.
You should probably defend this pawn, though. This pawn is fantastic. Just play g3. Or if you want, dig your knight into e5. We've been noticing that you don't like playing this move.
Yeah. No, it is a good... I see how it's a good move.
Also, just with the queen on d6, I would love to play knight c4, but they're going to take this pawn for now. So we need to defend it somehow, whether with g3 or knight e5 to shield it. Mm-hmm. And then knight c4 is going to be fantastic.
But you'll see the ending.
If they take here, we play knight c4 anyway, and we're winning.
Nice.
Takes here. Oh.
We take those.
Nice. Dude, this is perfect. You'd been doing the tactics a lot, right?
I've been practicing.
That's fantastic, man. I remember I told you, just work on your tactics and your rating is going to start to skyrocket. Because you're getting great positions, and now you're just getting great positions and not botching them.
That's right. That's go a long way.
Yeah, we've turned the botch scale. Maybe you can add this as an effect on the video. Turn the botch scale all the way down to 0.
And I almost, like, there's many times, like, with these very obvious... And this one was so obvious, obviously, I caught it immediately. But, like, I think we're going to see either the next game or the one after. I almost made a major botch, but I did think I'd take 10 seconds because it was about to be a draw in a completely winning position. And I thought, just, like, think about it for a minute. And I was just like, oh, there's just a hanging queen.
Nice. Dude, this is perfect, though. Like, that's an even more beautiful moment when it's not even, like, things that are subconscious that are improving. It's just the things that now you're just being more conscious, and that itself is enough to make the difference. Milun Krastavica. What a Serbian name that is. That's an unbelievably Serbian name.
Is Milun just like a Serbian first name?
Milun not so much, but Krastavica, that's super Serbian. Like the CA, they say the C. The C is a TS sound.
Yeah.
Except if it has the thing over it. If it has the thing over, what would you guess that is?
S perhaps?
No, it's a ch.
Hmm.
The C does not sound like an S at all in Serbian, weirdly enough. And then there's a C with the accent over it, and that's a ch. It's like a slightly different. It's like ch and ch.
Yeah, I could hear the difference.
There's some. It's like the same as like the Russian.
Yeah.
You know the difference? Yeah, those Cyrillics, they love that. Those accents. All right, let's look at this. C4.
I was very confused.
Sir, why not just take the pawn?
I was just concerned that you had some trick because that's just bizarre opening.
If you don't see a trick, just go for it.
I know, but
you're playing people your level.
Oftentimes, yeah, that's definitely true. But like when they have something so bizarre, I'm very worried they have like some. It's like like a scholar's mate type stupid trick.
Yeah.
Because like, why else would they do this?
No, but I mean, you gotta. At the end of the day, you have to remember. I'm not trying to be mean. I've been this level. We've all been this level. If you don't think that if you're playing the other guy, you would have a trick there, then they probably also don't have a trick.
But why would he do this?
Why would you do this?
Yeah, it's just such a bizarre move. I was like really thrown off.
Just look at his rating, right? He's not 2,800. He's not like 3,000 on chess.com.
No, I get that.
There might not be a trick.
Yeah. It's bizarre.
I'm 2,800 on chess.com. I make moves like this some of the time.
Yeah.
And I look at it and I'm like, wait, what did I just do?
why did you do this?
Take the free pawn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you got to get this out of your mindset, though. Honestly, though, just like don't. I mean, it is good to be a little suspicious, but if you're suspicious and it literally looks like there's nothing there, then you definitely have to take the pawn.
Yeah.
Like if there's, for instance, if they're going for development, at least if there's some rationale, even if you can't understand it, like if they played knight f3, right? At least then they're developing. Maybe they're going to be really ahead in development. But c4,
yeah,
that's sort of controlling the center, but it's not really developing anything new. Like just take.
Yeah.
If you can take a pawn and it doesn't seem like you're way behind in development, likely there's no trick.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so g6 takes, e5, bishop f5, nice. Check, perfect. What do you call this?
A pin?
You call this the golden square.
That is a golden square.
That was a trick question. Bishop d7. Dude, you're playing like a GM. Bishop d7 is such a mature move. A lot of pressure, just put the counter pin. Was that what you were thinking?
Yeah, I was tempted to go knight b6, but I thought we gotta just put the bishop back.
Man, I'm so proud of you. Honestly, like, this is the crystallization of the knowledge. Like, this is a big brain move. You could also have played rook c8 and been fine, queen b6, but bishop d7 is such a big brain move. They've placed their entire position on this.
Yeah.
And you haven't played e6 yet, so your bishop has all this flexibility. Knight c3, a6, good. Takes, e6. Okay, bishop h6, I think you're panicking.
What was my rationale?
That move doesn't make any sense. I mean, okay, I guess
it's like my bishop, like, I know, because like the green bishop would be good. I don't know.
The dark squared bishop, your squares are quite uncomfortable. You should have pushed e6 here.
Yeah.
Because e6 weakens a lot more squares. If you play g6, because you played g6 in the opening, you've already sort of like committed your bishop to g7. There's like a caste system almost. Maybe I'm not going to go down this line of thinking, but the bishop, once you play g6, the bishop is structured into going for g7.
Yeah.
If you play e6, your bishop should end on this, because otherwise, if you do this and your bishop goes out here, their bishop is just going to poke holes here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be very careful. Never go for the M. Right? This is like that M structure here. Normally there's a pawn here when people do it. e6, knight f3, bishop h6, h4, takes, knight e7, g4. Dude, I'm astounded. You're playing so many strong moves.
Nice.
You're playing an astounding amount of strong moves.
Nice. Thank you.
What was your point of this?
Don't let him push and break the whole thing open.
So this is really funny. You're like the blind kung fu master walking through the minefield. Your knight is guaranteed to get this square now, which is going to be gorgeous.
Yeah, I think I did also consider that, but I just
like the threat. There's no threat. H5. I don't even see what that does. That's not really scary. Their queen is nowhere close to getting over here.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, H5 is masterful.
Nice. By accident.
Yeah.
Largely by accident.
Impeccable technique.
We take those.
Knight G5 takes here. Knight F5, perfect. Takes. Man, I'm honestly astounded. You literally, like, several moves this game, I'm, like, looking at the position, there's obviously one best move. I'm, like, having my hopes up that you're going to play it, and you play it.
Nice.
Queen b6, immediately targeting the weakness, right? You have a knight in. I guess this is... Okay, actually, we should have expected you to see this because this is a classic French-style idea. But even so, man, you're finding the winners. King takes, h5. You took. Here you might... I mean, rook takes is okay, but it's going to be a bit... Your king is going to be a bit weak, right? It's better... In these situations, just try to bring one more piece into the place where you need to defend.
So, A to G8.
Yeah, exactly. I think you're just completely winning here. Takes, rook takes. You're attacking the queen. They have no time to take the rook. They could take this and get 2 rooks for a queen, but you would still be completely winning here. And now there are no more checks. There's no more attack. So h5, rook takes, takes, king e7, good. Your king should start running. Very good. Check. Fantastic. Dude, you're never blundering. You're never blundering.
We were hot today.
The Kevin of old, the Kevin of 2 weeks ago, might throw in king d7. Leave the mango.
I took my time.
Even here, though, you are actually better here because, look, you're down a rook, but now their queen is locked down, and your queen can start hopping in the cabbage patch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if they play knight here, you do this, and if they can't take because you're going to start scooping up material. So you would have had good chances anyway, but bishop e8, you're just shutting the coffin closed. You can block, sir.
I could just take the queen.
Oh, yeah, you could also... Oh, my...
That's what ends up happening. We just start
well.
repeating, and I think it's going to be a drum like, wait a minute, I could just take the queen.
Nice. You took your time, and it paid off.
Yeah. You didn't see it either.
No, the microphone was in my way. It was...
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah, very nice. But okay, even if you can't take the queen, just block and you're also winning. Like, there's never accept the draw. If you just literally, like, especially in this position, I'm happy you took your time. But if it looks like it's going to be perpetual, literally, like, take 2 minutes here. You have 4 minutes.
Yeah.
If you don't see anything better, then just play for the draw because you're not going to need that last 2 minutes.
Yeah. But I did take the time because I didn't want to draw. I was just thinking, like, yeah, it's going to be a draw.
Nice.
Don't do it.
Dude, that's perfect. Very nice. That's a sneaky guy. You think he saw that his queen was hanging and he was just going for the draw anyway?
I respect him if he was actually that bold.
Dude, that's I think it's a good bet because otherwise he's probably going to lose.
Yeah. No, like, that wasn't, like, ironic. I think that is a cool thing to do.
You got to make those bets some of the time. Like, occasionally, like, if you're just dead lost and, like, let's say that they have a queen here, a good move would be moving your queen here and hopefully that they just don't see that you're attacking it.
Yeah.
At some point, the position gets so bad that a Hail Mary like that might be worth it.
Anything's better than a definite loss.
Yeah.
Even it's like a 1% chance.
Yeah, some money's better than no money.
That's right.
Takes, knight c3. Perfect. You got your bishop out. h6, probably I would disagree with that, but it's not the end of the world. Takes. Okay, so this is an interesting position. If you still have a d pawn on the board, you need to take with g.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know that a lot of times we want the square, but I could see how
this
this isolated pawn. I
Yeah.
get it.
This is bad, brother.
I get it.
This ain't looking good. You should be almost lost here. They're just gonna put their knight on f4, and they're gonna gobble up the apple.
Yeah.
Also, just don't play h6 in the Caro. Like, you should only be playing h6 like many moves later. There's pretty much no need. I get that, like, you're a little bit uncomfortable about this, but if they take, they're not really getting anything by taking. Just play e6 here. And if you really want, once you're fully developed, then kick them out. But there's no need to do it right now because in this position, they might actually be way ahead in time. Even if you take with the correct way, with G. They're getting pretty ahead in development.
Yeah.
Like, h6, you have to understand, h6 is a complete burn of a move. It's not helping your center, it's not helping your development. So only do it when it really is worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, only if the pin is really annoying should you be going for it.
Yeah.
And the pin is not annoying at all. You could even play queen b6 here. You could literally do anything. They're not threatening anything here. So takes there. Bishop b4. Okay, you chopped. Chopping is interesting. It's not necessarily bad, but why did you chop?
Ruin the structure.
Nice. Yeah, it's worth it. Yeah, and you have, especially if you're ruining the structure on an open file, that's perfect. Castles, rook b1, b6, rook e1, knight c6. Did you put your knight on a5? Dude, you're playing so well, man. Queen d3, knight a5, yeah, the pawn is fixed. Remember, a pawn is really weak when it can never move.
Mm-hmm. And there's no way to get that knight out of there.
Yeah.
There's, like, no way.
This is masterful technique. Dude, this is also, you know what they also call it? This is chess culture. Why am I saying that? Because we've been going over this in the bird. Chess culture is when you apply opening ideas from other systems.
Nice.
We never talked about this in the Carol.
Yeah.
Not at all. But you knew about the double C pawns?
Yeah, and just even doubling the pawns is a complete bird thing.
Yeah. Dude, you're getting better. This is the journey. I hope everyone at home is seeing what's going on. This is what we've been saying. Everyone was doubting it.
This is why we've been putting in the work.
You've been putting in the reps. Knight b3, knight c4, knight d2, rook e8. The big question, though, when they take, what are you going to take with?
The pawn.
No. If you take with the pawn, you shield everything.
That's right, but that pawn is so useless there that at least then it's like sort of...
You're missing for the forest for the trees. They have huge weaknesses here.
Yeah, you're right.
On an open, you have to keep the file open.
You're right.
Yeah. Like this is a tiny issue, but actually we said it was uncomfortable, but your bishop is completely cementing it here. Like only your bishop is slightly uncomfortable here, and even your bishop is cemented. Your bishop is shielding a file they otherwise might be using. But yeah, just remember that really. If you have a weak square and you're exploiting it and you're putting all this pressure on it, do not take back there with a pawn.
Yeah.
Right? Once you take back there with a pawn, you have no place to put your piece. You also, how are you ever going to get at those pawns ever?
Yeah.
So rook b4, a5, g6, a4. You could just pile up. Just pile up on the c file. Just put rook c7 and queen c8. Right? Then you always have takes and rook takes.
Yeah.
The threats really start coming. Like, look at this. They could play rook b3, queen c8. Yeah, also, actually, sorry, I was going to say that a5 is a mistake. You should not play a5 here. The rook was pointed to concrete.
Mm-hmm.
Once you play a5, now if your knight comes off the board, all of a sudden you might have a weakness yourself. It was better just leave it here. a5 here, bishop f5. Okay, honestly, you are still doing fantastic. But another thing to think about is this pawn is very weak. You could think about playing queen d7.
Mm-hmm.
But what you did was completely fine. You identified the fact that the queen is very vulnerable. Yeah, I think you're just winning material. What am I talking about? Like, at the end of the day, there were several other ways to handle this position more strategically, but what you did was completely fine. Bishop f5, queen f3. Nice. Just get snacking. Takes. He resigned. Amazing. Very good games. Yeah, we're gonna, for your homework, just keep doing tactics. I think the bird is really crystallizing for you. You're applying the ideas very well. Strategically, I don't think you made almost any mistakes. I think just that this last thing we mentioned, just make sure that if you have a weak square here, just to take back on it with a piece.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is enormously gratifying to see because I've been waiting for this. I thought it was going to happen, but I wasn't really like concerned, but I was just wondering when the jump was going to happen, and it's starting.
We got there. I felt good. It didn't... Like, we did get free wins in the end, but it's partially because we made good decisions.
The wins
earlier.
were always free, though, and you weren't getting them before.
Exactly. And we put ourselves in a position to get free wins. We for our opponents to make a mistake by not giving them free pieces.
Yeah. No, this is looking really good. I think assuming you keep working on your tactics, we should be able to see consistent gains over the next several weeks. Maybe not... You're not going to break 1,500 anytime soon, but I think, like, within the next month, you'll get to 1,200.
Yeah. It's not... Like, we were joking about being linear, but... It is, like, we started at, I guess, like 1,000. I think, like, 990. So
yeah.
Already, that's, like, a major increase.
Yeah.
That's 120-something points.
Yeah, you're getting better.
So that's, like... Again, I know that's only, like, I'm only at 1,100, but 100-point increase is not bad. That's a good start.
How long is it? We started this, like,
This is week 8 or 9.
Yeah, like 2 or 3 months ago. Nice. So, yeah, we hope you enjoyed.
Thank you. It's all thanks to you, folks.
Yeah. I did want to add, though, if you like the way I teach, feel free to check out my course on Chessable. Link is in description below. Thank you.
Yep. See you guys later.
Then hit me, if you can.